5:18 right now on a Thursday night, getting a check on that. Another First Alert weather day we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, we've got the dry conditions, dry air in place, the wind, we've got the fall foliage, that leaf drop adding fuel to these fires as they develop, and also the wind, of course, making them difficult to contain. But fortunately, the wind is going to be diminishing. But with regard to our rainfall situation, deficits continue to build. We get updates on the drought monitor every Thursday morning, and a good part of Connecticut abnormally dry, but do want to draw your attention to northwestern Litchfield County. That is where we now have moderate drought conditions with that shade of brown. So for the month of October to date, specifically for the Hartford area as measured at Bradley Airport, less than half an inch of rain has been measured. If the month were to end today, it would be the third driest October on record, and those date back to 1905. And we're going to make it all the way through Halloween without any additional rain. So basically lock it in at this point. Certainly a very dry month after a very dry September. So right now, where I can view from Torrington, showing as the sun is setting, a beautiful show of color there, and as well the fall foliage in full effect, looking from Middletown across the Connecticut River and looking out across the water from Old Saybrook. A beautiful evening underway across the state. Still in the upper 60s, near 70 along the shoreline, and as well up and down the 91 corridor. In the northeastern corner of the state, a bit cooler across Litchfield County, upper 50s and low 60s there. That's where we've seen the biggest drop compared to 24 hours ago, down 9 to 12 degrees. Elsewhere, inland especially, down several degrees compared to this time yesterday. A little bit warmer in Groton thanks to the offshore wind. Wind right now up at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. So certainly still breezy, not quite as strong as earlier today, and it will continue to diminish a bit more as high pressure builds in from the west. Here's our next cold front moving through the northern plains. It's going to be arriving Saturday morning. With that, another dry passage, unfortunately, when we could certainly use some wet weather. Overnight tonight, cooler, seasonably so, more in line with what's considered typical or average for this time of year. 35 to near 40 inland and low 40s along the 95 corridor. And then tomorrow afternoon, lots of sunshine, a calmer wind, and up in the 60 to 65 degree range. So cooler than today, but still running several degrees above average for this time of year. If you're heading out to a Friday night football game tomorrow, perhaps in Beacon Falls, to our game of the week, Naugatuck at Woodland, temperatures at 5 o'clock near 60, dropping by, say, 7, 2 hours later. 7 degrees, 53, and then by 9 o'clock into the upper 40s. So certainly jacket weather for sure. This next cold front approaching tomorrow night into early Saturday, bringing some clouds. You'll notice the absence of green, so no rain associated with this one, and then some clearing gets underway as our Saturday moves forward in time. So for Saturday, good amount of sunshine if you're going to be tailgating at the Rent in East Hartford as Rice takes on Yukon with the 3:30 kickoff. Temperatures going from the low 60s into the mid 60s during the course of the afternoon hours. Fast forward to Sunday. Behind that front, we're talking about a bigger drop in temperature. Temps running a little bit below average for this time of year, topping out in the low and mid 50s. So on our First Alert 7-day forecast, it is Sunday night that temperatures drop to frosty levels, 30 to 35 to start our Monday, and then a big rebound gets underway. 57 Monday, 65 Tuesday, Wednesday 75. And as that wind kicks up and those temps go back above average, we will have an increased threat for those fire weather concerns as we head toward the middle of next week. And for Halloween, forecasting 77 degrees, so certainly unseasonably warm, but the warmest Halloween on record for the Hartford area back in 1946 when we hit 82 degrees. Shoreline highs this weekend, 66 on Saturday, noticeably cooler, mid 50s, pardon me, for Sunday.
Okay, Mark, thank you very much. Tonight, we're helping you find the cheapest gas in the state so you can fill up before the weekend. Here are the lowest prices statewide. In West Haven, the Citgo on Derby Avenue will cost you $2.67. Meanwhile, you can fill up at the Costco in Brookfield for $2.73, and you will pay the same price at the Roadrunners in New Milford on Danbury Road. We always have the cheapest price.